Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine.
Welcome to the Poole Locke YouTube channel. I'm James Locke. Today we're going to answer two more Ask James questions of the day. Our first question today, Kelsey. I have a mortgage. I was able to get a 4% loan. Clearly, I don't want to pay that off, right? Kelsey, let's dive deeper into this. Whether paying off that mortgage early actually makes sense in retirement, especially when focusing on income generation, because that's what we need in retirement. Income generation, reducing risk, and managing cash flow effectively. First, the decision hinges on several factors, starting with your tax situation. Okay, so with recent changes in the tax code and the increased standard deduction, many people no longer itemize deductions, including mortgage interest. So if you're taking the standard deduction, you're essentially paying your mortgage interest with after-tax dollars, which increases the effective interest rate you're paying. For instance, if your mortgage interest is 4% and you're in the 33% tax bracket, the after-tax cost is around 6%. This means your investments need to earn more than 6% to surpass the cost of your mortgage interest. Second, in retirement, it's not just about comparing your mortgage interest rate to potential investment returns. Cash flow management becomes crucial. When you make mortgage payments, you're paying both principal and interest. To determine if it's financially advantageous to keep the mortgage, you need to consider if your investments can generate sufficient income, including interest and dividends, to cover your mortgage payments. Often, the income from investments may not match the total of principal and interest payments on your mortgage, especially when considering reduced risk and volatility in your investment choices. Moreover, there's a psychological benefit to owning your home, owning it outright in retirement. Eliminating a mortgage payment can reduce financial stress and provide more stability in your monthly budget, which is particularly valuable when you're relying on fixed income sources like Social Security and retirement account withdrawals. Ultimately, the decision to pay off your mortgage depends on your individual financial situation, risk tolerance, long-term retirement goals. It's essential to weigh the tax implications, investment returns, and cash flow requirements before making a decision. Now, for many retirees, reducing debt and securing a mortgage-free home can provide peace of mind and financial flexibility, allowing them to allocate more resources toward towards income-generating investments rather than the home, right? That can support their retirement lifestyle. Hey, it's a great question. A lot of people have that question. If you have a question that you would like to get answered, you can email that question to poollocke@poollocke.com. Our second question today is from Taylor. He wants to know, can I take out a loan against my 401k? Is this the worst idea ever if I really need the money? So taking out a loan against your 401k, it can be a tempting option when you need cash. But let's explore why it's not always the ideal choice, especially when focusing on retirement income, reduced risk, and volatility. So you're in a situation where you need money, and borrowing from your 401k seems like a viable solution because you're essentially borrowing your own money and paying yourself back with interest. Sounds good, right? However, there are kind of critical considerations to keep in mind when borrowing from a 401k. First, when you take a loan from your 401k, that money is no longer invested in your retirement account. This means you miss out on potential growth in earnings that your investments could have generated over that period. For instance, your retirement investments basically earn an average of 7% per year. By borrowing from your 401k and not having that money invested, you're foregoing that potential growth. Second, the interest you pay on the 401k, that loan, is not tax deductible. Unlike mortgage interest, for example, which can be deducted in many cases. The interest on a 401k loan is paid with after-tax dollars. Moreover, when you eventually withdraw that money in retirement, it will be taxed again as ordinary income, effectively subjecting it to double taxation. Furthermore, the opportunity cost of a 401k loan is substantial. If the market performs well during the period you have the loan, you miss out. You miss out on all those gains. Conversely, if the market declines, then the loan might actually, be a good thing, protecting you from losses. Which could be seen as a benefit, right? Ultimately, the decision to take a loan from a 401k should be weighed against other sources of financing, right? Considering factors like interest rates, repayment terms, your overall financial goals. In some cases, especially if you have no other viable options or if you need it urgent, 401k loan might be the least detrimental choice. However, it's crucial to understand the full implications, including potential long-term impacts on your retirement savings and financial security. As always, it's advisable to consult with a financial advisor who can really provide kind of personalized guidance based on your specific circumstances. So they can help you kind of evaluate alternatives, right? Assess the true costs and make an informed decision that aligns with your retirement income objectives and risk tolerance. And we often talk about kind of managing your retirement finances effectively and optimizing your investment strategies for a secure retirement right here on this channel. Remember, knowledge and careful planning are key to navigating financial decisions that impact your future stability and well-being. Hey, great questions today. As always, if you'd like to send in your question, do it. You can email it. Email it to poolelocke@poolelocke.com. And if you like what you heard today, go ahead, like and subscribe to our channel. I'm James Locke, your retirement income source, and I'll see you next time.
Money on my mind, looking for a dime. James Locke in the house, gonna help you shine. Retirement is near, don't you live in fear. Listen up, my friend, let me make it clear. Savings in the bank.